To Monday Night Rants on the Better Sports Network. What is going on, everybody? Uh-oh, somebody has a case of the Mondays. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And, well, Bob's your uncle. Rants on the Street with Thomas Stevens. Shout out to my producer, Tyler Heavy T. Soto. Boom. What is going on, everybody? Yes, you can hear it in my voice. I am still sick. Whatever virus of the devil's beard that my daughter gave me last week is still here. But I am powering through to bring you another week of Monday Night Rants on a Tuesday. And I promise you, my fellow ranters, I promise you, next week, we'll be back to normal scheduled time. Normal scheduled time. I promise. But I am powering through this. I had a fever for 3 days, 102 fever. I had every chill you could imagine. I was hot. I was cold. I was coughing. It started here. It went to here yesterday in my sinuses. And I'm a guy, no nicotine, no caffeine, no uppers whatsoever. My doctor said, try Sudafed. And I went, cool, I'll try Sudafed. I did. Well, I'll tell you what, it's an upper. So we're going to be on one tonight on our baseball special. I have a lot to talk about tonight. That is for sure. Heavy T will be here. As always, Tyler Heavy T Soto joining me for the entire rant lines. And it's going to be a doozy because I have a lot, and I mean a lot, to talk about Ohtani and everything that's going on with Ohtani and baseball. It couldn't have come a perfect time for the MLB preview episode with all this stuff going on with Ohtani. It couldn't come in a perfect time. I have a lot to say about it. I'm going to ask Heavy T about it. It's going to be off the hook. Thomas Stevens will be joining us as we go over our predictions for the MLB season this year. And I'm sorry I sound like there's a duck inside of me. I really do. I'm going to power through this. We are going to power through this. A full MLB preview of our MVP, who we think is going to be the MVP, Cy Young Award winners, who's going to be in the World Series, Rookie of the Year. All that's coming as well. I'm glad you guys are all joining us. It's going to be, and I mean, a hell of a night. Maybe a shit show, but the shit shows are always the best shows. You know what I mean? Damn straight. Welcome to Monday Night Rants. Again, I'm sick. I'm powering through it. I don't want to lose a week. I'm tired of moving the show. It's called Monday Night Rants, not called Anytime Rants. And I'm going to rant tonight. We're all going to rant tonight. We're going to talk about Ohtani, like I said. There's a few other things I want to talk about with the rant lines with Heavy T. And then we'll move on to previewing the baseball season. A lot on that more later because this is a weird baseball season. I don't feel the energy, the emotion. This is the first baseball season in a long time where I feel not as excited. There's a reason for that. And I'll explain what that is later on the show. So let's just bring Heavy T on right now because I also have a very, very interesting surprise for him because March Madness happened. We're going to talk about a little March Madness brackets, everything too, tonight as well, because that's what's happening in the sports world. And Heavy T had a prediction that Grand Canyon would make the Sweet 16. They almost did. It's close. Now, obviously, Alabama, I'm not high on. They score a lot of points, but they also give up a lot of points. And it was close. And Heavy T, the bet was if Grand Canyon made the Sweet 16, he would literally, oh, there he is. What's up, Heavy T?
Oh, hold on. You can't see it because I'm cut off. There we go. That's better.
Okay, Lopes up. I
yeah.
Heavy T.
Oh, no. This is Lopes up. That's Lopes up.
Okay, so what just one's bigger than the other?
This is just hell yeah or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Lopes
Hell
up.
yeah. So, Heavy T, if obviously the Grand Canyon Lopes made the Sweet 16, you would be able to host the show for an entire night. Well, guess what? I'm going to give you an opportunity later
Oh no.
to be able to double down and still host the show next week if you go with my game and you win. I haven't told you anything. I haven't told you anything. It's going to be fun. I have it all prepped here. I've been prepping it. It's going to be fun. It involves the NFL. And if you get a certain amount right, then you get to host the show still with a caveat. More on that later.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
All right, Heavy T. I know you're an Angels fan. So, yes. So we talked about the Ohtani saga last week a little bit when it first broke. Actually, we actually broke it right when it broke here on Monday Night Rants on a Wednesday. Now we're doing it on Tuesdays. We're like the NFL. We're like the NFL. We're just NFL games. Now we're gonna have NFL games on Wednesday on Christmas. So why not have Monday Night Rants on a Tuesday?
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw that that Eagles Week 1 game that's going to be in Brazil. That's going to be on a Friday. I don't know if you saw that.
Every day of the week.
Because screw player safety. It doesn't matter.
Nah. Cares. All right, let's do rant lines and let's just jump right into the Ohtani. You down?
Let's do it.
All right. So this is going to get a little controversial to a lot of people, and I'm sorry. That's what we do here. I have a lot to say about this because we saw the so-called Ohtani rebuttal, right? His excuse or whatever he said out said.
If you want to call it that, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not really much of a rebuttal when you're not taking questions.
Correct. So he's very saddened and very shocked that someone who he trusted has done this.
Oh.
His new Japanese translator, Will Ireton. It's not a very Japanese name, but okay.
Not gonna lie.
Ipe has been stealing money from my account and has been telling lies. I never bet on sports or have willfully sent money to the bookmaker. Now, his interpreter said originally, he now retracted that Ohtani was actually paying from his account to the bookie to pay the money off in a way. Ohtani has called this man his best friend. Best friend. I have best friends. I was already a best friend at a wedding a couple years ago. I'm about to be to one of my other best friends a best man to his wedding next month. Hello, Mew, by the way. Hello. I know my best friends. And best friends, when best friends, the F word, fuck up. When the person's in the worst situation and the one's in the best situation, the one in the best situation will be like, hey, yeah, I'll take one for the team. I'll tell your wife this. I'll do that. That's guy code. That's best friend code, right? Is Heavy T, do you kind of feel that a little bit here coming? Do you feel that a little bit, maybe?
Just a tiny bit. I mean, I don't know how else to explain other than something with this just doesn't sound right. There's
nothing.
I feel like there's a key detail that's just being completely left out and or ignored. But, you know, I completely trust Rob Manfred to run a competent investigation.
Here's the other thing I have against this. My best friend, who is my interpreter or my friend that I hire myself to work for me. Okay. If I find out that my best friend is stealing money from me and actually doing what is happening or what Ohtani says is happening, and I find out he's been stealing millions of dollars from me, I'm firing him, not the Dodgers. I am firing him. Why are the Dodgers firing him? Oh, because PR, the money behind the PR behind that. There's just so much to it. So much to it that is like, why are the Dodgers firing him and not Ohtani, aka his best friend? There's something there. There's still something there. And you know what? I've never bet on baseball or any other sports. Well, guess what? Neither did this guy. Still bet.
Wait.
I'm just saying, you could bet on on dogfighting. You could still bet on the Golden Globes.
Okay.
You could still bet on the Oscars.
You had me for
a sport.
I will admit.
It was too Ohtani's reactions or his response was too perfect, too written by somebody else, too any sport had to be so specific. Well, have you seen even FanDuel, even anything? You could bet on anything. You could bet on anything that's not a sport. Golden Globes, Oscars, like I said, it's too written PR. Everything is PR driven with Ohtani right now. The Dodgers are controlling this entire thing. Ohtani, his responses to all this that I'm seeing, all these quotes right here, were not written by Ohtani, were not said by Ohtani. They were said completely and 100%, in my opinion, by the Dodgers PR. Tell me I'm wrong. And the Dodgers were the one that fired him, not Ohtani. There's more to this. There's more to this than this. Do you disagree?
I mean, I don't. Like I said, there's something they're not telling us. There's something that's
So do you
hidden.
agree? So do you agree with this? Ohtani bets.
Yeah. I mean, everybody bets.
How perfect is that picture, by the way?
Look, I'm gonna first off, it's perfect. Second, there's no way that every sport is squeaky clean when it comes to gambling. You have to be an idiot to get caught. You have to be like Pete Rose, how he got caught.
Oh, more on that later. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave it right there because I know you're going to get into it. I'm pretty sure he bet on games.
Yes.
Okay. Personally,
what? Pete Rose or Ohtani?
Oh, Ohtani. Like, now here's my thing is when it comes to betting on games, I think there should be a rule where if you're an athlete, you can bet on anything you want as long as it's A, legal in the state that you're in, and B, not involving the sport you play. I think it should be fine. I don't see a big deal.
Right.
If Ohtani wants to bet on I don't know, I think soccer, I think that's what it came out that was being bet on, like Japanese soccer. If he wants to bet on that, fine. That's fine. I don't care.
I don't mind.
He's not playing.
To be honest, I don't care. If it's a different sport, I don't care. It doesn't have to be a sport, a different sport. I don't care. By the way, the rules in baseball are a baseball game that isn't your own team, you get suspended like a season. If you bet on your own team, it's life, right?
Yeah, which is understandable.
That's you've already mentioned this, but a lifer who's been suspended from the Hall of Fame for life has already come out and done this.
Back in the 70s and 80s, I wish I'd have had an interpreter. I'd be scot-free.
What the perfect time to make that video, man. Pete Rose is going up. If I had an interpreter, I'd be scot-free. Pete Rose thinks he's guilty too. And this is a professional gambler we're talking about.
I mean, I'm going to take everything Pete Rose says with a grain of salt anyway. But Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that he bet. I'm pretty sure he bet on some sports games. Now, whether or not it was baseball, I don't know. But I'm sure he bet a little. Everybody does. Like I said, you have to be dumb to get caught, and he went about it in a very different way to where he got caught.
We got agreements with you. If there's no conflict of interest, go nuts. Yeah, why not? Just don't bet on your own sport. Just don't bet on your
Yeah,
sport.
or if you're married, like Otani's now married to that Japanese basketball player,
Yeah.
don't bet on her sport either. Other than that, bet on whatever the hell you want.
Yeah,
You got soccer? Go ahead. Yeah.
You're a baseball player. And right now, nobody cares about baseball. More on that later, but it's bet on football. Bet on football all you want.
Bet on NBA basketball, bet on hockey, bet on
basketball.
Rugby.
To be honest,
whatever.
If you want to win betting, the two best sports to actually win betting on are football and basketball.
Dude, if you want to bet that badly on your own sport, just take a sidestep and bet on cricket. It's the same thing.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I want to wait 4 days to see if I win the bet or not. So, more on this baseball thing later when we start our baseball preview and everything, because I have a lot to say about this whole thing and how this is ruining baseball in a way that I already thought, and how this is why I feel this opening season or this opening day of baseball is the worst ever of like excitement. And this has a lot to do with it, but we'll get to that later. But speaking of being terrible at betting and just weirdness, we got to talk about this. Not that. That's not what we're talking about at all. This one. Jonte, my new nickname, Parlay Porter. If you haven't heard, the Toronto Raptors two-way player who's getting paid league minimum has been suspended over irregularities over betting. Now, this is really interesting, too. We just talked about Ohtani and everything like that, about betting on your own sport. Jonte Porter is the brother of Michael Porter Jr. of the Denver Nuggets. Mm-hmm. And not as good, clearly, because he's a two-way, getting paid. He's started here and there. I didn't even know who the heck. To be honest, I played Dynasty basketball, and he's not even on my radar. Like, I didn't even know who this guy is. However, 2 games in the last couple months, this guy has played where we saw irregularities on betting in basketball on him. On January 26th, the Raptors took on the Clippers, and Porter played just 4 minutes in that game and left due to a eye injury that he apparently sustained days before. Days before. He finished that game before he left with this magical injury. With no points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and did not attempt a three-pointer, which allowed him to hit the under on all 4 of those categories. The under on the threes was the biggest money winner, the biggest of all NBA bets that night of prop bets on DraftKings Sportsbook. Okay? That's the regularly one night. Okay, cool. Then on March 20th, when the Raptors played the Suns, Porter played in just 3 minutes and was ruled out with a illness. He played. He got his minutes, 3, then ruled out with a magical illness. He finished with no points, 2 rebounds, and 1 missed shot. The under once again hit on all those categories, and all of those prop bets were, again, the top moneymaker of all NBA bets on DraftKings. Heavy T, is this dude Ellen DeGeneres in this thing, or what's going on here?
This dude is incredibly stupid. Because here's the thing. Whether or not he made those bets himself, because it could have been like, hey, a buddy's like, hey, I need you to do this, and this for me. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I'll take care of that. You are such a random ass player.
He's so random. Random.
that anything like that is going to immediately stick out, especially if someone puts like 20 grand on all those props. Anything like that is going to be like, hold on, there's something fishy going on here. You cannot be that dumb. Like, this is dumb. If you were LeBron or if you were Giannis, no one would bat an eye because you're a superstar. And you know what? Millions of people are betting on you because why? You're a superstar. This man right here is a two-way player. Nobody knows who he is. And
his brother is a semi-superstar too. So he's like in the shadow of his brother in the NBA.
Didn't realize that talent just shares like that. Oh, wait, it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you are a nobody. So why is somebody putting all this money on him? And then all of a sudden it happens to coincide with, oh, my eye hurts. Oh, I'm not feeling
my eye hurts.
That is the dumb, like I said, you only get caught if you're stupid. This man is stupid. That's all I gotta say. This man is dumb, dude.
So you think he's guilty and this is a real thing?
It doesn't matter if he if he placed the bets himself or not. He's hella guilty. There's no way. He's insanely guilty.
How is this player, this person that no one's ever heard of until this news story broke, for 2 times in the last 2 months, the #1 bet on and money winning on DraftKings?
That's what I'm saying.
You know how many bets are placed on DraftKings?
Like, the general public does not bet on people they don't know.
Mm-hmm. That is 100% correct.
Gonna be honest, before the story came out, I had no idea, A, who this person was, or B, that Michael Porter Jr. had a brother.
I didn't even know he had a brother either. I was like, this is a brother?
Yeah, I had no idea. Hey, this guy's just dumb.
We did give him a great nickname here on Monday Night Rants, though. Jonte Parlay Porter. I love it. That's a great nickname.
Well, it's easy. Yeah, this guy's just stupid, dude. Like, I'm not advocating for the bad guy to, get away with all this stuff. But, dude, let's be a little more creative about it.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, at least have an interpreter, Jonte. At least have an interpreter that can take the...
At least have some dignity and self-respect to make it a little bit harder to trace back to you.
Act French. Have an interpreter. Make him take the...
Idiot.
We're getting canceled, Heavy T. They're all coming after us.
Idiot.
Hey, Heavy T, how's your bracket?
It is in shambles. It is not good.
It's in shambles.
I'm going to be honest. It was dead after day 1.
Day 1? Actually, day 1, I was looking pretty good. Day 2 is when I went.
Or maybe it was day 2. Kentucky lost for sure day 1. And I thought Auburn lost day... Actually, hold on. Let me reverse that. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they both lost day 1.
Auburn lost day 2. Day 2 evening. Yeah.
Well, in day 2, it was in shambles. Because I had Auburn in my final. I had Kentucky in my final 4.
Me too. I had Kentucky, but you had Kentucky. I had Marquette beating Kentucky, so I'm still alive in there. Marquette was good.
So, which, by the way, Shaka Smart almost did exactly what I said he would. Almost.
Yeah. I'm still high on Purdue. I know UConn looks really good. They're just doing what they did last year again. But they got to go through at least Illinois or Iowa State, and Purdue just has the easy path. I just think Purdue just looks too damn good right now, and I'm still sticking with Purdue. As my favorite. But this whole tournament has been chalk madness. By the way, on my picks on MondayNightRants.com, as I do every year, I pick every game against the spread. So far, I'm 31-17. Like I do every year, plus money, and I've been plus money every day of the tournament. 31-17. So I will give my picks for this coming up week on MondayNightRants.com as well. Make sure you go there, check it out. MondayNightRants.com, your place to get me not sounding like I have a duck in my nose.
I will be honest.
I love being sick. I love sick me. It's fun.
I was ready to throw my bracket completely in the trash. But thank God that Creighton decided to go to double overtime and win that game. If they would have lost, I was done. I was like, this is
you know what? I almost had, I did originally have Oregon winning that game to move on, only because it's a Dana Altman revenge game against his old team, Creighton. But I was like, Creighton's just too good, man. And when it happened, like, and I'm an Oregon fan, so I'm like, okay, like I see it. But I was like, Creighton's just too good, man. And Oregon just got in. You know, they have two good players. Everyone else is kind of like, eh. And Creighton pulled it off, but I was like, damn, I was kind of rooting for them to win. But what a great game that was, though, right? And I was sick. I had a fever, 102, watching it on my phone, laying in bed with a napkin up my freaking nose, going yelling. Ah. Chalk fest, though. Chalk madness is where we're at. The favorites went 30-22 against the spread. The best start for all the favorites since 2008. Double-digit favorites went 15-2 straight up and 14-3 against the spread. Round 32 favorites went 15-1 straight up and 11-5 against the spread. It has been a chalk fest this year, which I kind of predicted because everyone said it would be so crazy. And when I went over the numbers, I went, no, this looks like about 10 years ago where the chalk teams, and even when we did our bracket last week, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 4, 1, 2, 6, 4, 1, 2, 5, 4 in our Sweet 16 because we kind of saw that the chalk would kind of come to the top. So,
well, you did. I had State and Grand Canyon in my house.
Oh yeah, you had Grand Canyon, you did, but still, you which is understandable because the last 6 years we've seen those teams be that way. So when you see that, you just kind of go, there's going to be that one. So I want to predict that one, but this year it kind of worked out in that favor. So I think though, Heavy T, it's been a really good tournament. I've really enjoyed it. We've had overtimes, we've had upsets, but now the best part about this is we actually get to see for once this year with the chalk. I don't like chalk. Edward, chalk. Screw the chalk. I love chalk. You know why? We get to see the best teams play the best teams for a chance to win a championship, and that's what I want to see. Do you agree with that?
That's fine. Does NC State beat Marquette?
No. The guard play for Marquette is just too good, man. It's too good. Like, and by the way, I've been both those losses in my 31-17 were NC State. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't agree that they're a tournament team. They lucked in, kind of winning the, and they're all.
I mean, they did what they had to do. They won all 5.
They're the only team that's a Cinderella at this point. They're the only team. Nobody else. They're the only double-digit seed team still left. And I don't.
I mean, if you consider
Marquette's too good.
Well, I was going to say, if you consider a Cinderella double-digit team, then you're correct. Some people could argue Clemson because Clemson got by a pretty good Baylor team. If they got by Arizona,
Clemson is really surprising to me too, because they're an up and down team, and they've failed me on betting so many times. I just stopped betting on them because I'm like, screw this team, and I had them losing in the first round, and then they beat Baylor, and I actually Clemson is another one of 2 of my 17 losses on my 31-17. Is 2 of them are also Clemson. So those are the 2 teams that have surprised me the most. I'm glad you said that.
Oh yeah, that was my other screw up. I had New Mexico in the Sweet 16. So yeah, did not do great with some of my Sweet 16 picks.
We got hey Brad McCoy 24. I played baseball. Don't join a fast baseball league this year for the first time. But any advice first time drafting? We'll get into. We're still talking about basketball right now, the NCAA March Madness. I have a little surprise for Heavy T here, and then we're going to get into our full baseball show. So stick with us. By the way, the surprise I have for Heavy T here, he has no idea about. It's going to be a doozy. And Thomas is here. I may bring Thomas on for this too, just so everyone can see his reaction of laughing to see how this works.
Real quick, I will say, if you are picking number 1 overall, just pick Acuna. Like, that's the surefire number 1 overall.
Does he have number 1 pick?
No, I'm just saying if you are in general.
Yeah, Brad, let us know what your pick is in the draft.
If you know, if you know.
If you know, we can help you out there. Acuna is by far it's one tier and then 2-tier dropping. So
yeah,
I'm not as excited this year for fantasy baseball. I'm not gonna lie. I'll just be honest with everyone here on Monday Night Rants.
I feel like because you kind of mentioned this earlier. I feel like the buildup for baseball has been kind of like
Low
this year.
right?
A part of it has to do with the fact that Shohei is only hitting this year, which is understandable. You know, it's fine. It happens.
Yeah.
I think part of it also has to do with the fact is that there were a lot of big name free agents that didn't sign. I think like the last of the really big names that I can think of literally signed like a half hour ago. That'd be Jordan Montgomery.
He's a really big name. Well, and then Blake Snell, like a week ago.
Yeah, that's a lot of those dudes took forever to sign.
Well,
I actually kind of like the Giants.
Here's the baseball problem. I'll just bring this up now. And, I'm going to bring on Thomas for this too, just so we can all three talk about it, because this is the Monday Night Rants crew, a threesome. I like this.
Don't call it that.
Hey, I like the camera angle. We got all three faces.
Well, I can switch it up to the old school, but I'm going.
I like this one better.
I'm doing this one. Here's the problem with baseball. A couple years ago, Fernando Tatis Jr. was the savior of baseball. On the face, he was the spark, the this, the that, right? Then he got, he was on the cover of MLB The Show. PEDs, boom, there goes the face of baseball. Then all these trades, everything, and here comes Acuna, by the way, who had a huge year last year. One of the greatest baseball years ever. Not talked about as much as it should have. I'll be honest with you. Not talked about. Not in the news.
Very true.
One of the greatest baseball years of all time, Acuna. They are playing the Ohtani card. The MLB is playing the Ohtani card to the end of the earth. This is our gold mine. This is it. He went to the Dodgers, which is besides the Yankees, there's the Dodgers. The best franchises there. And now this. It's just baseball is just ruining. Like it's just slowly crumbling to a point where it's like, now it's like, do we trust Ohtani? Is he gambling? Is he not? To be honest, does it really matter? Yes, it does matter if he's betting on baseball, but he's not. His interpreter is. He stole a lot of money. So baseball has a really big problem right now. We're sitting here doing our baseball show, right? We're doing our baseball preview show. I want to ask you guys, are you guys as excited from this baseball show as we were last year? I'm not at all.
I'm
not as much, but I mean, I still love baseball. So I
do love baseball too. It's one of my favorite sports. I grew up playing it.
I'll be honest. As a fan of the team who I'm currently wearing.
By the way, I love the hat. I will say.
Thank you. Snapback. Got it.
Love it.
Half off at lids. It was great. So, anyways, yeah, no. As a fan of this team, and I think I can speak for Thomas with this too. I think we're just pissed off at our owners so much at this point. There's nothing really to be excited about. So for us specifically, for everyone else, I mean, if you're the Dodgers, everybody's praying on your downfall, and I pray to God it happens. Well, if you're anybody else, like if you're anybody in the AL Central, there's nothing to be excited. All those teams are garbage. If you're a Yankees fan, hey, you got Juan Soto. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. If you're a Giants fan, like, okay, you got some good pieces. If you're the Diamondbacks, okay, we got something to build on. If you're a fan of the Rangers, hey, we're World Series champions. Time to go defend. Mm-hmm. I know the Astros fans really get hyped every season for theirs, but
Mariners,
everyone else, I'm not big on it.
Tough. You're right. It's tough. It's really tough. For 75% of the league, it's really tough to get excited about your team this season. Mm-hmm. And not even in football, not even in basketball, not even in hockey. Is there any other league in American sports where you're not excited as much as that for your teams? Like in basketball, at least there's the play-in now, which at least you have a chance. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at who's in the play-in. It could be the Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Lakers. Like, that's crazy. That's insane.
The
You're
Rockets.
so excited. The Rockets.
I'd like to point out that I did call the Rockets making the play-in game. I did
You
call
did.
it at the beginning of the
On
season.
a run, too.
Shout out
That
to
was
Heavy
St.
T.
June.
Yeah.
They're balling.
Shout out to Heavy T.
Dude, hey,
But-
Jalen Green and his 3-kid dad energy thing is going on right now. So.
in baseball, when there's 162 games and only so many people make the playoffs, yes, they did expand it recently. It's just,
You know your result.
yeah, it's like you already know. Like, I'm a Padres fan. Like, I'm a Padres fan, and I'm going this year. Wild card is the ceiling. The ceiling.
Mhm.
The ceiling. Imagine being a Pirates fan. Imagine being a Reds fan. Like, it's a Marlins fan. Like, it's just done. It's already done. It's already done. You're not excited.
I think there's one other thing to keep in mind too. With the exception of this past week, because everybody's been talking about Shohei this past week because of the gambling thing and everything, as they should.
Yeah.
But with the exception of this past week, that's all I've heard about all off season is him going to the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are doing this and the Dodgers are doing that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a single thing about anybody else
Correct.
from
And
any portion of the media.
that's
Dude,
the
I'm
problem
going to be
with
honest.
baseball. That's
I
the problem
forgot-
with baseball right there. You just
I
hit it
completely
on the
forgot.
head.
So like you told us, and we're gonna get into this because you told us to get our MVPs and everything. I totally forgot Juan Soto went to the Yankees. Dude's one of the best
It
young
was
players in the
on the
game.
news for a day.
Yeah, dude's one of the best young players in the game. I completely forgot about that.
I'm a Padres fan, and I forgot about it. No, trust me, I forgot about it.
It's like no one has talked about that. No one has talked about, oh, can the Rangers defend their title? No one has talked about,
Rangers have a really good young team. Wyatt Langford is up. Like, they're there.
like, but
Like-
no one's talked about like, oh, hey, can Baltimore come back from being swept
Dude,
in the
they're-
divisional round?
They look really good this year, too. Like,
But I think that's the thing. Is that, like I said, nobody's talking about that
Nope.
because it's Dodgers this, Dodgers that.
because
I know-
MLB is pushing Ohtani and the Dodgers down our freaking throat, man.
And I
That's
know
what
that's
it
going to
is.
come off. I know it's because of the fan of the team that I am. I know it's going to come off as like, oh, you're just petty. You're just jealous.
Nah.
Like, no, I legitimately don't know. I forgot Corbin Burns is an Oriole. That's kind of a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
He's the
like-
ace of the Orioles. The Orioles got better. The Orioles are one of my favorite teams to actually make the World Series. We'll get into that later. From the AL because of all the moves they made. And nobody knows about it because everyone, all centric, everything MLB is Dodgers. Dodgers.
I think it's ridiculous. I mean, me personally, man, like, you guys know my sports and, baseball is not my, up here, top tier. But, looking on the outside of perspective, dude, and, I'm an Angels fan, obviously. And, like Tyler said, right, people can look at it as you're salty, whatever it is. The whole league feels this way. And, like what the Dodgers
It's
are
showing.
doing,
It's really showing.
It's ruining the sport. And I know there's no salary cap in baseball and it's different. And, it's not like the NBA and it's not like football, whatever it is. I saw a report that, Ohtani's contract, the only people that could match that was the Mets and the Yankees. That's what I saw. Is that true? Or is that, I mean, if that is true, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I mean,
his contract, to be honest, is really ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I can real quick. I compare that to the NBA. The Lakers would fucking get, excuse my language, we'd get everybody. We'd get everybody. I mean, it's
Monday Night
like,
Rants. It's not Monday
It's just, I
censored
don't know.
rants.
It's ridiculous to me the way that they have handled. It was Ohtani, then it was Hernandez, then it was Glasnow, then it's Yamamoto, and I mean, it was just the whole offseason. Every 2 seconds you open your phone, it was a Dodgers notification. And I agree with Edward. I think that they're pushing it down our throats. I think it's the narrative that they want, and I think it's ridiculous, man, because I think it ruins a really good. One thing I've always loved about baseball is the team narrative. Like teams like the Diamondbacks last year going where they did.
I think last
like
year was
that.
great, right? We had the Diamondbacks and the Rangers in the World Series.
Exactly.
That is awesome.
That's why I love
for
baseball. Yeah.
That's awesome. But what did MLB do with that?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Literally absolutely nothing.
Nothing with it. You had two teams that nobody expected in the World Series, and you turned it into the Dodgers show.
You have
the Yankees
three
show. Again, come on.
You have three of the youngest, best stars in baseball playing for the two teams that went to the World Series last year,
100%.
and nobody remembers. Corbin Carroll, that dude's going to be the face of the National League.
He is.
Josh Jung, great.
is
Evan
a
Carter,
beast.
dude, all three of those dudes right there, nobody knows. because Dodgers this, Dodgers that. I do not care. I
It's
do
crazy.
not care.
We've come this
Like,
far.
The downfall of this team is going to be. I'm not even joking. The downfall of this team, if it does happen, is going to be literally Christmas for everybody else. And if they do win, it's going to be like
They won't. You
Who
know
cares?
they won't.
I know.
You know they won't.
No, they
No,
won't.
you
They'll
know
show
they
up
won't.
stoked.
In all honesty, I don't think they do.
I don't think they
For
do.
one reason and
More
one
on that
reason
later.
only.
We got to get into our actual.
Okay.
We're gonna give our predictions for who's in the World Series, who wins. I have mine. You have yours. However, before we do that, while we have all the listeners watching right now, we're gonna cut a little bit to football. But here's why. If you watch this show, Monday Night Rants, me and Heavy T. Oh no! Did I get rid of the tab? I did. I'll get rid.
Look at
I'll
that.
get it back. Right? Don't underestimate me, Heavy T.
Look at that.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh,
Heavy
look
T,
at that. Guess bet's off.
you lost a bet. Heavy T lost a bet. Grand Canyon would go to the Sweet 16. They did not.
And they were that close.
To be able to host, this show next week. Before we get into our MLB predictions, Heavy T, I have a game for you. I'm going to show you a picture. And all you have to do in this picture is guess either the team or the coach from this picture of all of them. If you get more than 3 wrong, you cannot host this show.
Right.
Are you ready for this?
Oh. So you just need. Okay. Well, I can tell you right here. So starting from.
Here we go.
So starting from the left.
Hold on, let's give everyone context here. It's a context show.
So the context is this is the NFL head coach's photo from the owners' meetings.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So these are all the head coaches. There
Is
were
that
3
Murr from A Practical Jokers there on the bottom right?
I can tell you right now. There's 3.
Hey Murr, how about you take a picture with the coaches from the NFL?
Dude, where's my coach?
There's 3 head coaches.
He is
missing.
not there. He is not.
So
there.
Tomlin is not there,
Okay.
and Sean Payton wasn't there, and Mike McCarthy.
By the way, this one's a gimme right here, so I'm just gonna give you this one. But goddamn, a Hawaiian shirt, just living life.
Andy Reid is a
Andy
national
Reid
treasure. God bless
is
that man.
A
Damn
treasure.
right.
All right, Heavy T, are you ready to do this?
Okay, so I cannot.
Here we go. To host the show. Wait, are you working at FanDuel next Monday?
I am, but we could figure that out.
Okay.
We'll figure that out.
Okay.
So starting from the left, I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot name all of them. I can name most of them, but I cannot name all.
You can only miss 3.
So starting from the left, that is Mike McDaniel of the Dolphins.
Yes.
Above him, that is Raheem Morris.
Yeah. If you missed that one, you would be fired immediately.
The next 2 we will come back to because
whoa. Okay.
So the next we'll come back. So the next 2 we'll come back to. Right next to that is Matt LaFleur of the Packers.
Yes.
Above him is his name is escaping me at the
moment. Come on.
Oh no, that is Kyle Shanahan.
It is. Come on.
He just got tan. No, he just looks tan in that. So okay. Yeah. Next to Kyle Shanahan of the 49ers is Mike O'Connell from the Vikings.
Yes.
Below him is Sean McVay of the Rams. Next to him would be the other Sean, being Sean McDermott of the Bills. Next to him are the Harbaugh bros for the Ravens and Chargers, respectively.
Got you.
Above Jim Harbaugh is DeMeco Ryans of the Texans.
That's
the
correct.
guy to the left of DeMeco.
Come on, you can do it. Put your back into it.
The guy to the left,
who is that?
I will come back to him. The guy to the right is Todd Bowles, Bucks.
Yes.
Andy Reid, of course, in the classic Hawaiian shirt.
Yep.
That is the Chiefs. Next to them. Who is next to Andy Reid?
No, the dude in the white polo.
The dude next to Andy Reid is throwing me off, but the man above him is clearly Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
that is the Lions coach.
He is head and shoulders above the rest of the competition here. This
dude just has ultimate swag. Ooh, we are gonna struggle a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'll give you 5, Miss. Come on, you got this. Come
No, I'm gonna need more than 5 because that whole group of 4 right there. I'm pretty sure I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure next to Dan Campbell, that's Zach Taylor.
Yes,
I think.
it is. Yep.
Okay, so that's Bengals coach Zach Taylor. Now the guy next to him and the 2 and the 3 actually below them, from Andy Reid onward, I do not recognize. All 3 of those dudes are new. So let's go to the dude in the light blue polo. That is Robert Saleh of the Jets.
Yeah, by the way, whoa. Let's not overlook that Robert Saleh picture right here. Let's look.
Oh, it's Robert Saleh, Dan Quinn, and
no, but look how sad he looks.
I mean, he'd probably just realize that he has Aaron Rodgers for another year. That's all it is. So no, but it's Dan Quinn of the Commanders, Brian Dable of the Giants.
Yep.
Below him,
Oh,
I know who. Well, I know who it is, but I don't know which one. I don't know if it's Steichen or Gannon.
That is Gannon.
Okay, so Gannon, and he coaches Arizona. Next to him is Doug Peterson of the Jaguars.
Yes.
The grumpy-looking man next to him, I have no idea who that is. Yeah, so I'm missing like maybe about 7 or 8 of these, but I know most of them.
You get him. You get him. Come on. No?
I'm really trying to figure out who's sitting next to Andy Reid.
That is Callis.
Callis. Where's Callis coaching? I have no idea.
Panthers.
Panthers.
Oh, dude, like I pay attention to anything the Panthers do. Who cares?
You got Dennis Allen, right? You got Dennis Allen.
Dennis Allen. Yeah, the Saints, of course.
He's the only one wearing a freaking hat. Wearing Panthers.
Why is he? Yeah,
I know that's why originally I was gonna say like let's look at the colors, and then I was like, nah.
The guy above Dennis Allen, I'm not gonna. I have no idea. He's got to be one of the new hires. I have no idea who that is.
That guy. Wait, above Dennis. Oh yeah. That. Oh, come on, man. That's Jared Mayo. Patriots.
Oh, really? Is that what he looks like now?
Yeah. What do you mean now? He's a linebacker. Yeah, that's what he looks like.
I mean,
yeah.
He looks like he kind of let himself go. That's just me though. Like,
well, he has.
I remember him
for years.
I was gonna say I remember him being thinner in the face. Okay, that's just me. And then the dude right next to Dennis Allen.
Yeah,
I can't. I don't know who
on the
either
left
one of
to
those,
the right. On the left to the right.
on both sides. I don't know who either one of those dudes are.
the right looks more familiar than the left.
Okay, I gotta.
The left.
I have the answer key here, but it's kind of shitty. To the left is Brian Callahan.
I don't even know who that is.
Brian Callahan.
Oh wait, to the left is that? No, not to the.
To the left of Dennis Allen is Brian Callahan.
Who's he
Okay,
coaching?
to the right is that Stefanski? To the right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Wait, who's Callahan coach for?
He's a new hire. Who's he coaching?
Come on, really?
God, who hired?
And no one got Todd Bowles. Let's get out of here.
No, I got Todd Bowles. I got that one for sure.
Who hired a coach?
And you know what? If you go back to the beginning real quick, hold on. If you go back to the beginning.
By the way, Brian Callahan is the new coach of the Tennessee Titans.
Okay, there it is.
Like I care about what the Titans are doing. I do not.
Yeah, no,
So going back to the beginning, where is he? I know I missed him in here.
Does Vrabel? I am so far behind. Does Vrabel still not have a job?
He does have a job. He's he works for the Browns.
Oh, I'm dumb. The guy next to Raheem Morris is Antonio Pierce.
You go. Thank you.
Yeah,
I didn't hear you missed that one.
Yeah, I missed that one. I was like, I'm looking at him like this. I've seen this guy before.
Yeah.
People right now are watching, yelling at their screens.
The guy next
Yelling at us.
The guy between O'Connell and Ryan's. That's Gannon.
Correct.
No, wait, sorry, that's not Gannon. That's Steichen.
Not Gannon. Steichen. Yes.
Yeah, the Colts coach. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so I got most of these.
Yeah, you did.
I won't say all, but I got most.
Yeah.
The dude immediately to the right of Andy Reid is bugging me.
That's Callis.
Who is that?
That's
Oh
Callis.
yeah, we went over
Panthers.
Callis. Oh
Panthers.
yeah, that's right.
He'll be there for a year.
Okay.
yeah. Don't. He won't be in this picture next year, Andy. Don't worry about it.
Keep
A one and
scrolling a
done.
little bit.
Which way,
think
right
we
or
got
left?
everybody. Yeah, we got everybody. Okay, cool.
By the way,
Yay!
I have to go back to this. That dude right here is literally Murr from Impractical Jokers. Like that is so crazy, man. That is so
Okay.
crazy.
But I'll tell you what, if you go back to the beginning of the picture, the very beginning, the only guy that matters is the guy standing first in line. Let's go, Raheem.
Oh, you
Oh,
mean
man.
this guy with the waiting for the flood here?
No,
Nah, that guy.
What is this, dude? What is
No,
this?
that guy right
What
there.
is
That guy.
this?
That guy vapes and tells me the wonder of crypto at 3 in the
Dude,
morning.
he literally looks like he just took a vape and sat down and take a picture. Like that is insane.
He looks like a thin Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
Tracksuit, my God. All right.
Are we done with this? All right, Thomas. I don't know how many missed. I don't care. Thomas, does Heavy T deserve to host a night of Monday Night Rants?
he does. He does.
I
think he
will
does.
host. I will host a night in due time eventually.
I think the only ones that he truly missed were the new hires, and Antonio Pierce was bad. I don't know how he skipped.
Okay,
over.
well, however, Heavy T, there's one caveat to this.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. There's still a bet you have not paid. You could host an episode of Monday Night Rants, the entire episode. However, you have to wear this pickle costume.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought about that the other day, and I was hoping you forgot.
So you could host an entire episode of Monday Night Rants from Heavy T, but you got it.
Our
Texas-
ratings might go through the roof.
Texas, Oklahoma, baby. You still haven't paid off the debt. You can host the entire episode, but you gotta rock the pickle episode. You gotta rock the pickle suit, man. Got to do it. Are you in? Are you in?
I'll get back to you on that.
You got just say yes. I had to be a clown, and I had to wear a whatever nurse outfit for an entire episode.
I'm like, are you okay? You having a stroke? Like,
Yeah.
whatever this is.
I'm still sick, dude. Give me a break. I do it. Just say yes. Come on. Give us the pickle episode we deserve. It'll be your pickle Rick, Heavy T.
I will say
It'll
this.
be your pickle Rick.
I will do it, but I don't know when it's gonna happen.
That's fine. That's fine. Because I know you gotta work on Mondays, but you will host. It'll be Monday Night Rants with Heavy T. Whatever he wants to talk about. I know some shit happened on Raw last night, by the way, that I know you probably want to talk about.
Dude,
Let's
the
be
Attitude
real.
Era is back, baby. The Attitude Era is back. It's beautiful.
But you can talk about wrestling. You can bring on wrestling guests. Whatever you want. You can host the whole show. You just have to wear the pickle outfit of the bet you lost from last year.
In due time. In due time.
Just say yes.
Well, I said yes, but I just don't know when it's going to be. In due time.
We'll make it happen. It may have to be one of those Tuesday Night Rants episodes. Do it. I'll ship it to you. We'll do it. All right, let's talk baseball. By the way, that was my surprise. Heavy T, were you cool with that? Not bad.
I actually was generous because I was like, you put it on the tweet yesterday. I have a surprise for him. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? So
You know every Madden cover ever of all time. I'm like, will he know this? Let's do it.
I knew about 75% off the top of my head. So yeah, I think we're pretty good.
Well, you got it. I will give you the show for a night. Monday Night Rants, ranters everywhere. My voice is going down, dude. I'm losing my voice. I love it. My fellow ranters, we will have Monday Night Rants featuring Heavy T. We'll host the show. It may be about wrestling. It may be about just him just bitching about Home Depot. I don't know. But he will wearing a pickle.
Let the record show I do not
entire-
have beef with Home Depot. I have beef with the founder of Home Depot. Potentially if the Falcons don't do anything. So
Yeah, he's not Tyrese Gibson, everybody. Let's put it that way. But give it a go. But he will wear the pickle outfit the entire time, yeah?
Yeah.
Cheering. Come on. Thomas is happy. And will myself and Thomas be allowed to be guests on this show?
I was kind of planning on that. So yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Fair enough. All right, everybody. You're here for the baseball preview, baseball. So here we go. We talked about how already baseball with the whole Ohtani thing and not excited we are, or not excited anybody is really, to be honest. And how we talked about last week how the Seoul series kind of ruins everything about the opening day and the whole aspect of it. Anyways, but we're still going to give our thoughts and our predictions on what we think will happen this baseball season. We're going to talk about MVPs. We're going to talk about Cy Young Award winners from both leagues, Rookie of the Years, and who we think is going to be in the World Series. So what should we start with first? Rookies, probably?
I like that, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the rookies. Now, there's already been some interesting rookies this season. And by the way, I'm in depth, drenched in fantasy baseball when it comes to dynasty. To be honest, I'm all dynasty this year and only have one redraft league, and that has a keeper aspect to it. That's how fantasy baseball has treated me redraft wise these last few years. I'm not even interested. That's telling you the aspect of baseball. Here it is. And this has been a theme this entire show. I love dynasty baseball now. I got Heavy T into dynasty baseball, where he will be my villain. Heavy T, you'll be my villain this year because you have joined my dynasty baseball league, which is a crazy one, a good one, and where we have prospects and everything. So we talk about rookies here. Obviously, Wyatt Langford is making the team with the Rangers, which is interesting, along with Evan Carter. Both of them will actually be considered to be Rookie of the Year, even though Evan played last year in the playoffs. Both Wyatt Langford and Evan Carter will be able to be nominated for Rookie of the Year, which is crazy, along with Jackson Holiday for the Orioles in the AL. So, giving that a thought, it's going to be very interesting to see what plays out for Rookie of the Year in the AL. Heavy T, Thomas, Heavy T, you first. Who is your pick for AL Rookie of the Year?
I'm actually going to pick Jackson Holiday, and I know that's like, oh, he's like the number one overall pick. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's actually for a little bit of a different reason. I think Evan Carter and Wyatt Langford end up splitting the vote, and that allows Jackson Holiday to kind of take it from there.
What's yours better, Thomas?
I like Holiday. I think he's with the team. I like what he's saying about the split votes, stuff like that. I still am going to go Wyatt Langford. I think that he is going to have a pretty big season. I like the team that he's on, the position he's in. I think he's the favorite right now, so you're not really getting too much value for it, but that's where I'm going.
Interesting enough here, when you look at the top prospects in baseball, Jackson Holiday is obviously number one. I don't know when he's going to come up. He will come up, but when will he come up? Obviously,
I was
Wyatt
surprised
Langford,
he didn't get an opening day roster spot. Really
Me
was.
too. Yeah.
Wyatt Langford has made the team, but he's going to split, him and Evan Carter. There's one guy on the betting aspect of this that I'm looking at that I love, absolutely love, and I'll put money on. And it's the number 4 prospect in baseball, Junior Caminero, who has made the opening day roster for the Tampa Bay Rays, who will play every day and play third and short. He's plus 1,000, the 4th favorite here over Langford, Carter, and Jackson Holiday, and Colt Keith too. I don't like Colt Keith. He's the 5th, plus 1,100. Junior Caminero,
I like that,
is going to be my pick to win AL Rookie of the Year. Okay, moving on to NL Rookie of the Year here. We obviously got the Dodger rookie, the pitcher who blew up in Sewell, by the way, against the Padres. He's the favorite at plus 260. Then you got Young Ho Lee from the Giants, plus 400. Jackson Chourio, who just got the huge contract. And then Jackson Merrill, who surprisingly made the Padres opening day roster, but that was for Sewell. We don't know if he'll make the roster here in 2 days. What's the pick for NL Rookie of the Year? Heavy to you first.
So I actually do have Jung Ho Lee. Yamamoto. I mean, there's going to be so much star power on that thing that I kind of feel he might get lost in the shuffle a little bit. Nothing against Chourio. I'm sure he'll be a good player. But I think betting wise, now let me double check. What did you say Lee was?
Lee is plus 400.
Yeah,
He's second.
400?
He's second. Yeah.
I actually see him right now on FanDuel, third, plus 650.
I'll take that any day. This is just, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
third.
he is. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, he
I'm
is.
looking at sorry, this is the FanDuel, by the way. This is the FanDuel show of record. All of our bets are on FanDuel.com. Make sure you go to FanDuel.com or FanDuelSportsbook.com to get your bets. He is plus 650 over Jackson Churio. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna give it away. He's mine too, so I'm not even gonna. Yeah. Better Thomas, do you agree with that? Or you got someone else?
No, I do agree. I do, however, I think Yamamoto will pick it up. And I also think that the
I don't know,
Dodgers,
man.
as we talked about earlier, it's not just Ohtani. Yamamoto is going to be their golden boy as well. I could see because of that as a reason that he will get Rookie of the Year if he has a consistent year. But I will say at plus 1,400, it's hard for me to take it because of Young-Ho Lee, but I do like Kyle Harrison. I like Kyle Harrison a lot.
The Giants with 2 rookies in the top 7.
And it's kind of like the Wyatt and the Evan Carter sort of thing. Like, it's going to be very interesting to see.
The Giants are going to be a very interesting team this year, to be honest, in general.
I just think, I mean, I love, like, I said it last week. I love a sprinkle, and plus 1,400. I think that it's a solid sprinkle.
Any sprinkle on Paul Skeens at all? I know that's a topic of conversation, but I mean, he's going to be called up because the Pittsburgh Pirates pitching staff is just absolute garbage. It's trash. There are holes everywhere in it. He's going to be called up this year, and if he has a good 3 months,
he could be interesting. He also you talk about
FanDuel plus 4,000 to win Rookie of the Year.
Wild.
Look, I'm just saying I've been beating up on him in MLB The Show, so he might be a bust. I don't know.
I don't
Paul
think
you're not a bust. Please do not see the show and come out.
He's not going to be a bust. I think he's a very talented pitcher.
He's going to be in the headlines too because of his girlfriend and everything like that. So
he looks a lot, and I'm going to say this right now on this show. He looks a lot like Garrett Cole. I'm not going to lie. He does. His college stats, everything looks like Garrett Cole when he was at UCLA and everything coming up. He looks like he could be Garrett Cole. And if the Pirates get that, they'd be happy with that, right? However, remember the Pirates also had Garrett Cole. So we'll see how that all plays out. The Pirates
did go to the playoffs when Garrett Cole was there. Yeah. So it may have been a wild card game, but it still counted. Also, is his girlfriend Livy Dunn? Is that who I'm thinking of?
Yeah,
I totally forgot about that. Yeah,
he is dating the LSU gymnast who's
the narrative a lot.
The most NIL female of all time.
Yeah, because of her, it could be a narrative for sure pushed by the MLB if he gets good.
Yeah,
she's not Taylor Swift, so
maybe she just. This is going to be really controversial, but maybe she just likes the mustache rides. You know what I mean? Hey, just facts.
Right,
just facts, Heavy T. It's facts. Heavy T tried so hard not to laugh, and you know you want to laugh. You know he
gonna stay silent. We're moving on.
All right. That's all of our rookies. Let's move on to Cy Young. Oh man, I am so sick. I love it. All right, Cy Young of the AL, which is absolutely open talk. We're talking. Any one of these guys can win. It's crazy how close this actually is. And some guy named Cole Reagans has a chance. That's insane. Heavy T, who's your Cy Young for the AL?
I rolled with this guy last year. He didn't get it. I'm going to roll with him again. I'm still really high on Luis Castillo, and he has better odds this year than he did last year.
He did.
I'm looking right now. He's at plus
850 on FanDuel, but you get a better odds. You get him up to plus.
Yeah, DraftKings Sportsbook plus 1,000.
We're not going to say this out loud because we're a FanDuel Sportsbook a record, but you could get him up to.
I mean, like, look, you
could get him up to plus 1,300 on other sportsbooks.
Like, I use FanDuel as just a base. If you can get him better anywhere else, by all means, go for it. But yeah, no, Luis Castillo is my pick, man.
Thomas.
He definitely actually kind of stole mine. I like Luis Castillo a lot. Same as him. I liked him last year as well. I do like Corbin Burns. I think it's plus 800, whatever it is. I like the opportunity that he has going to the Orioles. They're a good team. He's going to be solid. He should be solid this year, bar any injuries, anything like that. But Luis is my top pick, especially with the odds that you could get him at for sure.
I'm going to go on a limb and say that none of the guys in the top 10 actually win this award this year. I'll be honest with you.
Interesting.
It is that close, and we look at the names here: Kevin Gausman, Valdez, Corbin Burns, obviously, Screwball, Cole Reagans, Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Pablo Lopez, Grayson Rodriguez. there's going to be some pitcher from the East or from the AL, sorry, that comes out and wins this award. I think it's going to be somebody other than the guys that we're naming right now. This is how close and crazy the AL pitching is. However, I have to give a pick. I'm going to give a pick. Chip on his shoulder. I think the Orioles win the AL East this year. I think Corbin Burns is my pick at +1. At plus 800 on FanDuel. Corbin Burns is my pick. However, I'm only picking that because he's in the top 20. However, I have a feeling that whoever wins the AL Cy Young this year is going to be somebody that no one's ever thought of. It's going to be one of those years.
Yeah.
It's that crazy. Okay, NL is a little bit more straightforward than the AL. We can all agree on that, right? Heavy T, who is your NL Cy Young Award winner?
You know what? I'm curious to what you guys say. I want to go last on this one.
That's fine.
You want me to go or do you want to go?
It's not Yoshibao Yamamoto for me, I'll tell you that.
It is not, no.
Thomas, give it a go, baby.
Okay. I do like number one Spencer Strider. I think that's a pretty easy answer to say. But the two that I do look at, I'm a very big Zach Wheeler guy. If Philly can stay consistent and stay good, I think Zach Wheeler has a serious chance to win this award. I also like Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen is under Yamamoto. I don't know why the hell that's going on. I don't know who's doing these odds, but that's beyond me. So I think if you're I'm looking here plus 1,200, plus 1,300. I think plus 1,600 on Caesars. I think that's just way too high for Gallen. So I'll go with those two, Wheeler and Gallen.
My guy, and this is a lottery pick, but this is the guy that I really like. I've last year drafted him everywhere in fantasy. I'm trying to get him everywhere I can this year as well. For the Chicago Cubs, who I think is an underrated team this year, I think the Cubs are going to be really good this year. The Cubs are going to be really good this year. Trust me. I love Justin Steele. Love him.
Plus 2,000. Yeah.
That dude has A+ stuff, 3+ pitches. He showed it last year. He's coming on strong this year. The ace for this Cubs team, who, again, I think is going to be really good at plus 1,800 on FanDuel. I think Justin Steele could be the steal of the Betty picks for NL Cy Young Award winners. Bad. Put it on the board. Yes, Justin Steele for me. Heavy T, what do you got?
All right, so it's actually interesting that you said he would be a steal, pun intended. But
that's what I was trying to do. Yes,
for the first time since 2018/2019, a team will have back-to-back Cy Young winners.
Whoa!
And that team,
whoa,
will be the
Don't
San
do it
Diego
to me.
Padres.
No, stop it!
Because
stop it! Stop! No, stop it! I just broke something. Stop it!
Because at plus 2,200, Dylan Cease will win NL
Stop it!
Cy Young. I've been on this dude, I think, for the past 3 years. I picked him to win AL Cy Young when Verlander won it. I believe that was in 21 or 22. It was one of those 2 years. I picked him to win it. He came in second. Had a little bit of a fall off last year, but he will regain his footing now that he is off that bum-ass White Sox team. He will be good. Cy Young Award winner, Dylan Cease, San Diego Padres, back-to-back Cy Young Award winners. First time since the New York Mets did it with back-to-back years of Jacob deGrom.
I don't want to say anything because I don't want to jinx it, but you just jinxed it, so thank you for that.
I have never seen anyone have that much of a freak out.
By the way, even last year
was crazy.
Was a down year. He had over 200 strikeouts. He's like, yeah.
I think it's because he's on that White Sox team. They're awful. I think.
By the way, we talk about baseball. No one talked about the Dylan Cease trade to the Padres.
Yep.
Yeah, low-key. I know.
Cease, Musgrove, Yu Darvish.
And Michael King if he could stay healthy.
Yeah, but we'll see. But yeah, still though, that top three is.
I think they got rid of a lot of cancer, man. I mean, I'm obviously the Dodgers.
You think Juan Soto is a cancer?
No, you know what? Here's the thing.
No, he said it. I'm just asking.
So I'm glad you brought this up.
But it's more.
I don't think the Padres necessarily had a cancer problem. I think all those dudes are so into their ego that the chemistry just didn't work.
I think
So-
Juan Soto's a cancer.
Yeah, but
I don't
but
I don't think he's necessarily a cancer.
the only thing that's different is that just Blake Snell and Juan Soto is gone. It's still the same team. Oh, and add Dylan Cease.
I do agree with Tyler though. I do think superpower is people think that you put all these superpowers together and it's going to work. Personalities do not match. That is a real thing. That's a very real thing.
I think
Also,
Especially in a
okay,
162 game season.
I think everybody and I've been okay. We'll get into our MVPs next, but I got to say this right now because people are actually watching, so I'm going to tell them. Manny Machado is the most underrated baseball player of all time.
Oh boy.
No, seriously. Look at
Okay, I'll let you explain. I'll let you explain.
he has done nothing but produce his entire career. His entire career. He's done nothing but play games and be a body and be on the field and producing his entire career. And no one talks about it. Like no one says, "Oh, Manny Machado." Like
It's politics. It's
Yeah.
off the field annex.
dude, he plays through injuries. He plays every game. He produces every year. He's done it his entire career from when he was originally brought up by Baltimore. And he's also really good in the clubhouse. And everybody loves him. Yet he's a cancer. That's been his thing, right? Because you know why? Because he didn't make the mistake because he got traded to the Dodgers that 1 year for that one playoff run where they lost.
He jogged
And
at
that-
first.
And that ruined his entire persona of who he is. Because again, the Dodgers run baseball. The Dodgers run baseball. Manny Machado is a great man. He's a great player and it's crazy how that half a year that he played for the Dodgers has made his entire persona of who he is.
Well, I agree, but there is a little bit more. I mean, there's a lot of clips. Manny Machado intentionally threw a bat at a third baseman. Manny Machado tried to fight somebody when he got tagged out at third base for absolutely no reason. I'm not saying I 100% agree with you. I think he's a consistent player, and politics play a huge part in sports, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But I wouldn't just say it was the Dodgers thing that did it. There's a lot of things Manny has done that people do take questionable.
No,
But
because he was considered a safe
so
until he did that 6 months for the Dodgers.
So I see that. I see
It's
that.
kind of crazy.
I see that, and I respond with, you can be a bad boy on the field and still be a pretty damn good clubhouse guy.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
He's a really good ass clubhouse guy. I'm not
sure,
gonna.
yeah.
no, like honestly, I think he is one of those people. I'm not going to go out there and say he's a cancer. Yeah, he's looked a little lazy on the field sometimes, and I actually did forget about him throwing the bat at the third baseman. That's hilarious. So I did forget about that.
By the way,
But yeah, like I
the
said,
third
he
baseman
could be
also
good.
deserved it. Let's be real.
No, my point is I'm not saying with the clubhouse. I'm saying from like an outsider's view with social media, is the way it is. That's
Yeah,
what
but
people
look,
see.
but
That's
what
the
I'm saying
problem.
is look at his persona
Yeah, no, for sure.
from
Yeah.
pre-Dodger
Mhm.
to beat a Dodger for only like 4 months, and then after Dodger, like that.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's solid. Yeah, it's solid for sure. I'm just saying that, like, look, like I get a TikTok edit of Manny Machado throwing the bat at third. Like that's what people see.
the third baseman
And-
deserved it, dude.
I know, but see in the edit that you see though, you don't see that, right? So that's my point. The way social
Yeah,
media
welcome to
takes things nowadays,
yeah.
it makes Manny look
That's
like
my
a
whole
really bad
point.
guy.
That's
Yeah.
my whole point
Sure.
is that the media and the social media is making him seem like a bad guy when reality,
And I do
he's
agree. The
actually a
Dodgers,
really-
Dodgers killed it.
when in reality he's actually a really good guy.
Mhm.
Like he really is. But nobody is putting that out there. No one puts out, it's the Yelp effect. It's the Yelp effect. When you go to a restaurant, right? You're like, man, this restaurant's really good. Cool. I'm gonna come back. When you go to that same restaurant, go, man, this restaurant fucking sucks. I'm gonna write a Yelp review. I'm gonna put it on social media.
Mhm.
That's what it is. It's the
Mhm.
Yelp effect. If it's really good, you expect that and you want it to be good. When it's bad, that's when it goes out there. Everything bad goes out there,
Mhm.
but nothing good ever goes out there.
Yeah, no,
And,
I 100% agree.
And also, no one likes the Padres, so all of us Padres fans can't put it out there how good he actually is. But I know how good he actually is.
One other thing I will say about the Padres, as much as I love this guy, I don't think Bob Melvin was the right choice to lead that team. Bob Melvin, more suited for small time dudes, get them to play together like he did in Oakland. He wasn't
I
built
am
for like all those
100% with you on that one. And when he got I remember when he got hired, I was like, oh Jesus Christ. You just gave me Moneyball manager. Like, what are you doing with that expensive ass team? I was like, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Now that he's back up in the Bay with the Giants, I actually think he does pretty well again.
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect. It's perfect. He literally yeah, you're right. But I also like Smith for the Padres too, because he's used to having the big money from the Cardinals in there too. So I it's gonna be very interesting. I really do. The NL West in baseball this year is going to be one of the most intriguing divisions in baseball because you got 4 teams here. Four teams. Colorado Rockies, let's be real, they're not really a MLB baseball
team. LOL.
or RIP. But all those 4 teams could literally take. The Dodgers are obviously we're the Dodgers. Obviously, they own baseball. We talked about that religiously this entire night on this baseball special. But those other 3 teams, the Giants, the Diamondbacks, and the Padres, all 3 of those teams are very close. Very close.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, and I believe all 3 of those teams can rival any number 2 from any of the other Central or East in baseball. The NL West could be this year the best conference or best division conference. Sorry, football, baseball. Sorry, in baseball. Do you guys agree?
No, yeah, I don't think it's close.
The Diamondbacks were just in the World Series. The Giants got significantly better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Padres are still the Padres, but they lost a lot of baggage, and now they're like, maybe we could play loose and free, right, and be who we are. And adding Cease, I think, will be a huge dividend because Cease is Snell, except without the walks. So now we're here going, the NL West could be the best division in baseball.
I think the only other division that I think could even maybe give them a run is the AL East. And
I was going to say that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one. And that was in my head too. And by the way, I don't know why we can't get good players in any central division in baseball. I have no idea. I just
like
don't know.
Football too, I swear.
I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't. Sorry, but it's crazy. Is it the Padres? Is it the Diamondbacks? Is it the Giants? We'll get more on that later because we got to go over our MVP odds. We're running behind. But that was a really good tangent because I think we brought actually good stuff to the table of everyone watching, all the fellow ranters out there, of what we feel about what's happening with the Padres, the West, and all this stuff going on. So that was good. MVP odds. Before we get back into this, before we give our predictions for the World Series, Heavy T, do you want to go first this time again, or do you want to just say no? Let you guys go first. So I can decide.
I'll go for. I'll tell you what. I'll go first for the National League. I do want to go last for. I do want to go last for the American because I'm curious who you guys have to say.
Let's go first for the. Let me just say Acuna so you guys can figure out who else we can talk.
I mean, look, but there's no. Okay, look, Mookie Betts, great player.
Nah.
Freddie Freeman, great player.
The Dodgers all are going to play each other out of that competition.
Acuna is just. You kind of said it earlier. It's Acuna, and then you could do tier 1 where everybody else is.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know who else you pick. As long as he stays healthy.
I'm surprised he's plus 5. I'm surprised he's plus 500. I would actually put money on that right now because you're getting plus money on that.
I will give one sleeper, and that's because I don't want to say Corbin Carroll. I know some people say that, but I think my sleeper would be Bryce Harper. But
yeah,
I feel like you still have to go Acuna. He's just in a league of his own.
Yeah, and at plus 500, you just might as well put money on it right now. You have to at plus 500, just sprinkle what Thomas would do. Just sprinkle a little Salt Bay on it at plus 500 because it's almost guaranteed at this point. It's almost there.
I know it has to be a plus, but it should be like plus.
It should be plus 120. Like, to be honest with you, right now,
Yeah.
if it's plus 500, just put some money on it now and just see what happens. Like, just why not? Thomas, do you agree? Ronald Acuna? Do you have someone else?
Yeah, I hate to be boring, but Ronald Acuna and Corbin Carroll, like he's, I know he mentioned it. That's my sleeper pick at the plus 1800, I think it is.
Gonna be a little bit of homer here. Gonna be a little bit of a homer here, but I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of money in. By the way, there's a really good NIT quarterfinal going on right here in the second half between our boy of the show, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, aka Milk Chamberlain, may get knocked out of the NITs, but more on that later. But I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of money on Fernando Tatis Jr. at plus 1,000. Fully healthy, steroids behind him.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Gonna bet second or third. I think this.
What is it, plus 1,000 or plus 900?
Plus 1,000 right now. Not a lot of talk on this Padres team this year for the first time in 3 years, which I like. So that's where we're going. But I am also going to put full money, full units on. I hate that word units. So stupid. On Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 500. All right, AL Heavy T. You want us to go first? Not you, obviously. AL. Okay, my AL is simple and simply put. It's the cover boy of the show. I put him on there for a reason. I'm putting plus 1,000 FanDuel on Julio Rodriguez.
I thought you meant MLB the show. I was like, oh, you're picking Vlad Guerrero Jr. Okay, cool.
I am not. No. Third year, healthy, and if you stare into his eyes, you get lost. That's true. Have you looked into Julio Rodriguez's eyes? Holy shit! It's like, whoa. The dude's a 5-tool player. I think Seattle's going to make some noise this year. We're talking about Seattle players and all. In the Cy Young, they have two AL Cy Young, 2 in the top 10. Julio Rodriguez is the MVP. They got a AL in the top 10 of these odds too. I think Seattle Mariners make some noise this year. Some noise. Maybe even win the AL West. Julio Rodriguez will be a big part of that. Plus 1,000. I'm taking Julio Rodriguez as my AL MVP. I'm not giving it to the Aaron Judge, Juan Soto. Because again, same team, split it. Julio Rodriguez plus 1,000. Thomas, what do you got?
I love the Julio Rodriguez pick, as much as it pains me to say.
Look into his eyes, Thomas. Look into his eyes.
The Mariners are going to be a very good team this year, I think. They're deep. Their pitching rotation is very solid. So I like Julio. I also never shy away from Yordan Alvarez. I love Yordan Alvarez. I am a little worried because I don't know if Houston's going to be, as dominant. They're always Houston. They're always there. So that's where my worry is a little bit. But at plus 800, you can kind of never go wrong. But my first pick is Julio Rodriguez for sure.
Hey, we got 2. Heavy T, where'd you go?
So, first off, there is a sleeper pick in here.
There is. Well, there's a couple.
Mike Trout.
If he's okay, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
He's at plus 2,000.
If he's healthy, yeah. If he's healthy. Mm-hmm.
If he's healthy, he's still one of the best players in the league. He's at plus 2,000. Like, why not sprinkle like maybe $20 on that? Just see what happens.
I was just made him bad so much, but I'm not going to.
However, that is not my pick. I would like to make that very clear. That is not my pick. My pick is above him, and Thomas almost mentioned it and ruined my thunder, but he did not. I appreciate that.
Anthony Rendon. I knew it. Anthony Rendon, baby.
My pick, it won't be Yordan Alvarez, but it will be one of his teammates.
It's not Anthony Rendon.
It's not Anthony Rendon.
Joe Adell. Joe Adell.
God, we're doing so good.
Just name shitty Angels players until I get it right. All right.
Nah, like I said, it won't be Yordan, but it will be his teammate. The number 6 hitter in that lineup, it will be Kyle Tucker.
I like that.
He is so good, and he's finally getting
plus 1,500.
Yeah, he has pretty decent odds. I think
on FanDuel, our official odds of record.
Yeah, I'm I'm really big on Kyle Tucker.
Those
I
aren't
love
his
the
best
dude.
odds, though. You can get him at plus 1700.
I'll take plus 17. That's fine. Just
DraftKings,
sprinkle
though.
some money on him. He has the best chance. I don't get me wrong. I like Jordan. I really like Jordan. I think
Jordan
Jordan's
just can't
flaw
stay
is-
healthy, though. That's the problem with him.
That's
He's
that's
like
the
one of
point,
those
yeah.
typical DH that tears
But I
a
think
tears a ligament in his
Tucker's really.
ear.
It's a great.
I think
pick.
that's Jordan's thing though, is that
No one's
this isn't necessarily his fault. Voters don't really vote for the just DH guy. They want someone who's in the field. And you know
Yeah,
who
but the
puts up
odds are
pretty
really
damn
high.
good numbers? Because let's be honest, that dude hits the ball to the goddamn moon. So yeah,
The odds
I
are
see
high.
why they're high.
How about is nobody on Adley Rutschman at all? Because I'm kind
I've
of
thought about it, but not
I'm
yet. Maybe in a year or
kind of-
two. Not yet.
kind of thinking maybe
Sprinkle.
because I'm really high on the Orioles team, and we'll get onto who wins the divisions and all that later. But if the Orioles are going to make the run, I think they're going to make and win that division and do all that.
He's gonna
Adley
be-
Rutschman is going to be a huge part of that. And
Yeah.
right now, the best odds you could get for MVP of the AL of all sports books is FanDuel, by the way. FanDuel Sportsbook, where you could go to right now, is plus 2,500 for Adley Rutschman. And I am all on Julio Rodriguez. That's another AL reason why. But I would sprinkle a little money on it for 2,500. I would put a little money on Adley Rutschman too. Just saying. That dude's a stud, dude. He's catcher number one. He is the Travis Kelce of catchers in fantasy baseball. Be honest with you. It's not even close. Like, not even close. No, dead air because nobody disagrees. I love it.
I mean, I don't.
Hell yeah.
I don't
Like
disagree
I
with
said,
the value that-
I wouldn't full on pick him this. If you want to sprinkle some money on it, then
I'm just
I mean,
saying
yeah, it's not a
sprinkle,
fact.
not
Yeah.
a full
Yeah.
freaking unit, whatever the unit. That's the dumbest word. But just plus 2,500. Put $5 on it. Like,
don't put a rack on it. Don't be that guy.
yeah. Don't put a
Don't
rack
be,
on it. Yeah.
Don't be
unless that's your sprinkle.
no. Don't be Parlay Porter over here putting as much money as you can on it.
Yeah.
right?
Don't be
That guy.
don't be our boy Parlay Porter, dude. We just created a whole new phenomenon. Parlay Porter, baby. John Tay Parlay
Jonte Porter.
Porter. Parlay Porter.
I need Porter's information.
I
dude.
love
He
it.
goes out with these illnesses.
All right, guys. We have the why are people still watching this? I have no idea. I love it though. Maybe we're just that good and that funny. I don't know. By the way, I love all my fellow writers out there. Thank you for watching.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for subscribing, watching the videos, following Heavy T, following F Better Thomas. I mean, this show has come a long way in 2 years, 5 years, really, with a 2-year hiatus of me having a baby. But we've gotten better and funnier. I brought funny people here with me to do it. And being sick, I think I've done a good job tonight. Right?
I don't think people will be able to tell except for the occasional. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Gentlemen, it's time to say who's going to win each division and then who's going to win the World Series. So, without further ado, Thomas, pull it up real quick.
Yeah, let's go through each one. Hold on.
Who wins each division? And then let's not go through the wild card and all that shit. No one cares about that. Who wins each division and who wins the NL? The NL. We'll go the NL first.
Let's see. NL. All right, we'll start in the NL West. I will go the Dodgers. They're a regular season juggernaut. 100%. I will go in the NL East, the Braves. Those are the two obvious. The NL Central. I'm going to go the Cubs. I'm going to go the Cubs with the NL Central.
Wow. Okay. You're on my bandwagon on that one.
Yeah, I like the Cubs. And then go to the AL. Let's see. AL East. I'm going to go with the Yankees. I think that they made some solid additions. I'll go with the Yankees.
Okay.
I do
Interesting.
like the Tampa Bay Rays though. And
Don't
the
give me
Orioles-
your World Series yet. Just give me the winners
the
of
Orioles
the
too. The Orioles. God, the AL East is hard, man.
Yeah, it is hard. Give me one. Just give me one. Just get it out there.
Yeah,
Get
no,
it out
you know
there.
what? I'm gonna change my answer. Let's go with the Orioles.
There you go. Heavy T, what do you got?
Let's go ahead.
Wait. Wait.
No, you still got the Central and the West.
Yeah,
Central.
Sorry. Central, honestly, man, like I don't have like too much, like I said, info on
Sudafed,
baseball.
baby. Sudafed.
I'll just go with the Guardians. I don't know too much, to be honest. And then the AL West, I will go the Mariners. I will go the Mariners for the AL West.
I don't know. The Guardians. Fuck it.
I like J-Ram.
Yeah.
I like Shane Bieber.
We can cuss on this show, right?
I did earlier. I think you have like 5 times.
I'm on Sudafed,
So-
baby. Let's go.
I think that's what's bringing more views. We're being real.
Yeah.
So for the National League, I will actually pick the exact same thing. I was looking at the Cubs. The
Damn,
Dodgers.
You guys, I
think-
thought the Cubs would be a sleeper pick, and you guys are like on it with me. I love it. But
I'm not
the Cubs are going to be the team of record. I'm telling you that right now.
not super big on the Cardinals just yet, but no, I like the Cubs. For the East and the West, it's the Dodgers and Braves division to lose. It really is. So I think Philly gives them a good fight, but I don't think Philly ends up winning it. And I know Arizona went to the World Series last year. I think they finished 3rd in that division. I think San Francisco finished 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the East.
The East.
The AL. Sorry.
Oh, the AL.
I cover too many sports. This is crazy.
So the AL
name.
Central, the AL Central, I'm going to pick Minnesota.
Okay.
I don't think Cleveland's all there yet, and I think Cleveland ends up trading a bunch of dudes at the deadline. The rest of that division is awful. The Tigers aren't there
the
yet.
worst. It's the worst in baseball.
It's easily the worst. The Tigers aren't there yet. The Royals aren't good yet. The White Sox are awful, and they will continue to be awful.
Yeah.
So I think that one's probably the safest one to pick. I'll pick the Twins on that one. The West, I know Texas gave them a good run, but that's another one. It's the Astros division to lose.
All
I
right.
mean, until someone else beats them, it's gonna be Houston. The East. This is tricky. The East. I'm gonna say
Don't count the. But by the way, the Red Sox are rebuilding, and if you look at their team on paper, they're actually pretty good too. So they're no slouch. Like it's crazy.
I think this is easily the best division in all of baseball because I feel like all 5 teams are actually going to be really competitive.
It's the AL East and the NL West for sure.
That's for sure.
I will say the Orioles, but within 10 games of them will be the Rays and the Yankees.
We're
finish
going to be
within 10 games.
This show will be rooting for the Orioles and the Cubs for this.
And I don't mind it.
season.
Anybody but the Dodgers, maybe.
Yeah. I think
yeah.
I finished this Orioles.
Everyone
Yankees,
else
Rays,
has to root
Jays,
for somebody, right?
Yeah, so I got Baltimore winning the East.
All right, I got the Dodgers, obviously. Obviously, we're the Cubs show of records, so the Cubs are our team. Let's go, Cubbies! But Rants, my fellow ranters, we're going Cubbies. And then I'm going to go a sneaky one here. No, I'm going the Braves. I'm kidding. We're going the Braves. I'm also going the Orioles in the AL East. I've already blew that away earlier when I said I love them. I'm going the Guardians, though, in the Central of the AL. Love that team, the way they're building it. The Twins are close, though. The Twins are close. And I'm going the Mariners to win the AL West. I'm really high on what they've done this offseason and how they're growing. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Wild card teams, everyone chooses one here. I'm going to choose my one, who I think is a sneaky wild card team in the AL. My wild card team will be, obviously the Rays and the Yankees are easy wild card teams, but I'm going to say the Twins become a wild card team.
I like that.
In the AL and in the NL, my wild card team that I think is going to be sneaky. I'm just going to go the Padres. Sorry. There you go. What are your 2 wild card teams you think sneak in that won't be so obvious, like the Phillies or something?
For the National League, I think it's the Giants. I think the Giants will kind of get back to where they are. For the American League, sneaky.
I said the Twins. I stole that from you, so you can't take that one.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't even looking at the Twins as a possible sneaky team to make it. The
Rangers are obvious. Like, that's an obvious.
I don't want to pick the Rangers either. You know what? I'm gonna. Oh God, I
Jays.
cannot believe I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say not only do the Blue Jays make it as a sneaky
That's my second
wild
one.
card team, all 3 wild card spots will go to teams in the AL East, being the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and the Rays. All 3 of those will go to the AL East.
Ooh. By the way, looking at this, I could 100% see it.
I mean, I think the only thing that really stops them is that they just beat up on each other.
But the West has the Rangers, the Mariners, and the Astros, right? So you have 3
I think
teams
it's going to
there
be.
that are
I mean, like,
completely-
if there's one thing, in my honest opinion, that is going to save the Rangers, it's that Bruce Bochy is their manager. Because God, I love
Boo! Bochy! Traitor. All right, Thomas, who is your secret sneaky wildcard teams for the West and the East?
Sneaky.
West and the East. I gotta get over this. AL, NL.
I mean, I don't sneaky. I like the Twins. I think that the Twins can sneak in. They have the team.
You can't take mine. You got to pick someone else.
I think that the AL West is hard. I don't know how that's going to kind of end up. I have Seattle at number 1, so I guess in that case, Houston would be a wild card, right? That's how it would work. That number 2 seed.
Meta Pumper. Is that a real street name?
But so that's how it works, right? So it's like obviously number 1 gets the division they're in, and then best record other than that, right? It's like football, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think that the Astros will make the playoffs. Honestly, I don't know how this works, but the Rangers they don't suck. So I mean, they could make the wild card. In the AL East, pretty much everybody can make the playoffs besides probably the Red Sox. So I think it's pretty interesting over there. The NL, I really like the Giants. I'm pretty damn high on the Giants this year, to be honest. But they're not better than the Dodgers regular season wise. So I'll go with the Giants for the NL.
Boo! I love it anyways. Based in Europe, it's a small but growing. Man, we got what are we? The Europe show of record here on my Rants, like from Europe. Fox up the Giants. So yeah, Giants. Meta Pumper, you tell us, dude, what's your favorite baseball team? Just tell us straight up, and we'll tell you how we feel. What is your favorite baseball team? Meta Pumper, if that is your real name. All right. I'm going to go last on this one. Heavy T. It is my show. Saw some sick player who will make it into MLB one day. Emma Poof is real. This guy doesn't know what does that mean? What does that mean?
Maybe the guy's name's Emma Poof.
Emma Poof is unreal. You Meta Pumper, European kid, said it's sick at MLB. Send us Meta Pumper or your Meta Pumper.
European kid, yeah.
Send us Emma Poof videos.
We
will show them here on the show. He's in the chat, by the way, on Twitch, by the way. If you're watching right now and you want to chat in, we get all the chats from oh God, he just literally just said us.
Shoot, do I click that?
Thomas, you're a producer. You got to do it. You're a show producer. You got to do it, dude.
My
you got
to shut down, dude.
You got to click that. We got to see if Thomas leaves the show, then we'll know. But is that a real dude who plays baseball? That's like incredible.
The link's not working.
Of course it's not, because you just got.
Yeah, I just got scammed.
There's a link, anybody. If anybody wants to put this link on there.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
What, we got something?
I am a poof. Gay panic defense. Interesting. Very interesting, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird one.
Wait, it wasn't a real thing?
Didn't see no kid playing baseball.
You are what? Say it again. Say it again. Say it again, better Thomas. Say it again.
I'm poof.
No, say the whole thing again, please.
I'm a poof.
So that was fake.
Meta Pumper hopped in, dropped some fake stuff, and dipped. That's what he did.
So you may have to
Yeah,
take
we're
your
gonna have to get a new
computer.
computer.
He said, cheers, lads. Up the Chels. Okay, so he's still talking. So was that real or do you have a virus on your computer?
We're gonna find out later. Who the hell knows?
Yes. Only on Monday Night Rants, and for
Yeah,
somehow
baseball
we
is
got
dead,
more
nothing
viewers
else
because of
now,
it. We got more viewers because of it.
I'm
So
cool,
there
buddy.
you go.
We're in America. I don't need to follow that.
Yeah, baseball's dead, man. Follow Chelsea. Oh, whoa. He's being serious. He's talking about Chelsea and real football. Hey, Chelsea. I got something for ya. On the poof seat. When we walk through the storm. Liverpool. Screw you, Chelsea fan. We're a Liverpool show a record here. Liverpool Reds. Let's go. Scouser, yes, I'm actually Welsh. My family's from Wales. So we just took this on a whole new spectrum of anything, but he's a Chelsea headhunters. Hell yeah, dude. Hey, watch the show, man. We do talk about baseball. We do talk about football, not your football, but actual American football. But I'm a Liverpool fan, but I also enjoy Chelsea and everything with the Premier League. If you follow MondayNightRants.com, actually, if you go to MondayNightRants.com, Mr. Meta Pumper, I put on soccer bets as well. So, thank you. You know what? Keep pushing, boys. I love this. A Chelsea fan with a Liverpool guy getting it on here on Monday Night Rants. We just Heavy T is ready to go home. He's like, what the fuck is going on right now? I'm all hopped up on Sudafed. Dropped a follow and will send link to my mates who like bent ball, baseball. It's like, hey, baby, let's go, baby. Hey,
You,
gentlemen, Thomas, Heavy T. We're international now, baby. Let's go. Give me a cheer for that. All right, Thomas, who's in the World Series and who wins? Go.
Let's run it. I am very high on the Baltimore Orioles. I have the Orioles against the Braves, and the Braves will win the World Series.
Interesting. Love that. Heavy T, go. Wait. Well, Thomas, why? Hold on. Orioles, Braves, obviously, but Orioles.
I like the Orioles. I think the Orioles were solid last year.
That Corbin Burns pick was just enough to get them over
And I think that there's a lot of
young guns
take a step up this
year. And then you don't agree that you should pepper money on Adley Rutschman to be an MVP of the AL?
I said I like for the odds. I like
when you have them going to the World Series. Okay.
I will say though, please, I agree with you. Do not sleep on these Mariners, man. The Mariners could go, man. They really could. They're in a hard division. If they win that division and they get to the playoffs, I think they have a chance. I think they have a shot.
All right, Heavy T.
I'm going to say you get a repeat of the 2021 World Series. I'm going to say you get Braves Astros again. Honestly, I was kind of torn. Here's the thing: is that Astros are under new leadership this year because Dusty Baker's finally gone. So I still don't see anybody else who could beat them in the AL. I mean, Texas maybe if they get hot again with Bruce Bochy, but until I see it again, I'm still going to pick Houston. I'm torn. I'm not going to lie. I'm torn between Atlanta, Philadelphia, but I think this year Atlanta finally has the edge. So I'll go Astros, Braves, World Series, Braves win it.
I like that. I have the Braves in the World Series. The Dodgers don't have enough. Too much stuff going around with them this year. Too much stuff making them not think about baseball, which would be good for baseball because we don't want the Dodgers, in the World Series because it would just prove that we were right here on Monday Night Rants that the Dodgers control baseball.
Yet they choke every year.
I like the Braves. I do. However, I'm going to pick the Braves. But I think there's going to be a surprise team from the NL that is in the World Series that isn't the Braves or the Dodgers. I don't know who it is. I'm taking the field. I'm taking the field. Heavy T. Thomas. I'm saying that not a team in the NL will be named the Braves or the Dodgers in the World Series this year? Will you guys give me that? You want to make a bet?
No, because I like the Giants.
And I also, like I said, I'm torn between Atlanta and Philly, so I will also say no.
I'm telling you right now, my fellow ranters, all of you watching right now, the Braves or the Dodgers will not be in the World Series representing the NL. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, the Dodgers are a lock. They're going to choke. They choke every year, except for a 60-game season.
I'm taking the field.
I
Bet on it as you would. In the AL. So whoever this mystery team is that is not the Braves or the Dodgers. By the way, guys, I planned this. Sorry. I'm going to put this out there. The Rangers made a good run last year. There was one team last year that should have made the World Series. Should have. And the odds are pretty good at plus 3,000 in the AL. As a wild card team, because I think the Orioles will win the East, I'm sprinkling money on the Tampa Bay Rays.
I like that.
To make the World Series against any team other than the Braves or the Dodgers in the World Series. My pick is the Tampa Bay Rays make the World Series plus 3,000. Tampa Bay Rays is my team of record over the Orioles because the East is that good. I do like the Mariners to play against the Rays in the championship series in the AL. The Mariners, Rays win. They just have too much. They're just too damn good. And their stadium sucks. No one likes to play there, but they know how to play there. That's how they win. The Rays against any other team. Is that a cop-out? Any other team except the Braves and the Dodgers?
Tiny bit.
Hey, Heavy T look at Heavy T's face. He's just like, I'm not even listening anymore. I don't even care.
Just checking some final betting things, but
Yeah.
My World Series, because I am the host, so I got to, is the Tampa Bay Rays
Against the field.
against the Chicago Cubs.
Okay. You can make a lot of money on that. If you wouldn't place
That is my World Series pick. And there's a reason for that. The Cubs got so much better. They have the easier division in the NL. They coast in. I really like this Cubs team. If they coast in, I think it's Cubs and Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays in the World Series. Controversial, I know. Cubs versus Rays in the World Series. And the Rays finally get their win. I am taking the money that the Rays at plus 3,000 win the 2024 World Series. You heard it first here on Monday Night Rants. Fight me, gentlemen. Fight me. Go.
Nah, I mean, I like the Rays. I don't see them overcoming a lot of the other teams that we named in the AL. But they were a good team last year. They didn't really lose a lot at all.
Tyler Glass now, but
I don't care. He's a choke artist.
But dude, the Rays for the last 5 years, next man up on pitching, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
100%. Yeah.
Jeffrey Springs last year before he got hurt. What the hell? Like they just like their pitching coaching is so freaking good that it's insane.
So just out of curiosity,
and remember I said AL Rookie of the Year Junior Caminero is going to be a big part of this too. By the way,
yeah, for sure. Are we not? I'm not, but are we not looking at the Yankees at all?
No.
Garrett
Cole got injured. They lost all their pitching to the Padres for Juan Soto. They have nobody else offensively except those two guys. No.
Honestly, I refuse to pick the Yankees to win anything as long as Aaron Boone is their manager. The guys suck. So
Also that. I second that, by the way. Actually, you know what? That was a good. I would give Heavy T a very well deserved.
Hell yeah!
Hell
So
yeah.
you guys are fighting me? You think a Cubs, Tampa Bay,
No, I
Rays
mean,
World Series not out of the question?
I think it's too like I don't know. It's too many underdogs to fight it. I feel like the confidence. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I mean, I like it for the odds.
Too many underdogs. What? Who was in the World Series last year, Thomas?
Wasn't it the
Rangers or the Arizona
yeah,
Diamondbacks?
Rangers and the Diamondbacks. Yeah. No, you're right. You're 100% right.
This my prediction this year is more logical than what actually happened last year.
for sure.
Heavy T, come on, fight me. Come on. You always fight me, Heavy T. Fight me.
I like the Rays pick. I don't think I can pick the Cubs.
Why?
Not with those two juggernauts in the NL East right there. They're going to have to play through one of them to get to the World Series.
Okay.
I don't see them beating Philly or Atlanta in 5 games, let alone 7. I just don't see it happening.
So you think the Rays are okay? But the Cubs...
I think the Rays are okay because I could see flaws in the Yankees. I could see flaws in the Mariners. I could see flaws in the Astros. I could see flaws in the Rangers.
True.
I think the AL side to get to the World Series is much easier to get to. And let's just say, hypothetically, that the Dodgers prove everybody wrong. They have this chemistry thing figured out. You're going to have to go through, like I said, Atlanta, Philly, and you're going to have to go through the Dodgers to get to the World Series. I just don't see it happening.
You know what I see happening? This.
A pickle.
I'm buying a Cub hat. I'm a Cub. I'm Cubs. I'm Cubs.
I want to go to Wrigley Field.
Heavy Cheese is like, I'm done, man. He's like, he showed me that pickle outfit. I'm done. I'm Cubs.
Part of it is I'm also very hungry. So.
Same.
hey, do you have any pickles in the house?
I do not. No, thank God. Those are banned from my house.
Well, there you have it. There are why are people still watching the show? I'm sick, people. Go to bed.
We got someone from Europe. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We got a lot of people right now. It's crazy. Should we
the guy
just,
from Europe was like,
hold on.
He was
Should we just all be quiet for like 5 minutes and see if it goes down or not? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
I can't do it for 5 minutes.
I think they want to see how far we can go. This is why Monday Night Rants is the best streaming sports show on the air. Like, really, it is. Laughs, fun. We're not professionals, but we do really good when we pick. It's like crazy because we actually watch the games. We don't care about analytics. We watch the games. We know what we see. We love what we want. Like, that's what it is. Well, there's our baseball preview show. I'm all hopped up on Sudafed. Heavy T is trying to win some bets over there. Ready. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining the show tonight. As always.
Oh, he's back.
What's up? He's back.
He's back.
Hey, Meta Pupper, call in. Let's have another hour. Let's talk some footy. Let's talk some footy, Meta Pupper. Hey, Meta.
Hey, Messi or Ronaldo?
What's the number? He's ready to go. Do we have a number, Heavy T? Do we have a number? We can call it.
I don't know if we do, but either way, I gotta go. So I can't stay for another hour.
Hey, Meta Pupper, love you, my friend. We'll be back next Monday at normal time at 6 p.m. Pacific.
The hell is Cole Palmer?
Oh, man, I'm dying, dude. My voice is gone. Next Monday at 6 p.m.
You think he's slick.
6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in America. We'll be back from Monday Night Rants.
Those Europeans, they try to get you. Look at that guy. Or look at it. Or da-da-da-da-da. Like, he thinks he's slick.
Yeah, he is fine. Heavy T, you gotta you owe us a host of the show soon on Monday, so you gotta make sure that happens. We'll figure that. Do we do work every Monday at FanDuel from now on? Or is that
I do. So yeah, I'd have to figure out how to work that. But like I said, in due time.
So we may lose a little bit of heavy tea, but we'll figure that out. Thomas will always be here though, with his strict hairdo. So baseball, good luck, everybody. Those are our picks. That's how we feel. Love all of you. Love all of you. Love all of you, my fellow ranters and everyone here on the Better Sports Network. I don't have any sponsors.
Netball is crazy.
Okay, Thomas, stop. We're just gonna keep on driving heavy tea crazy together.
Sorry.
Off the rockers. Good luck with your baseball season. I got heavy tea to Dynasty. We'll see how he does. I'm gonna make heavy tea, by the way, tomorrow. I'm making like 20 moves. Good luck. From
My Lord. Okay.
From everyone here at the Better Sports Network, from everyone here at Monday Night Rants, from at Better Thomas and all your social media platforms, from at Heavy Tea on Air at all your social media platforms. We'll see you next week at normal scheduled time. For God's sakes. Monday Night Rants talking about all sports. Good luck with your baseball seasons. From myself, from everybody, and of course, as always, shout out to our boy here at Monday Night Rants, our boy working at Chase, Tosh McCown.